Hey KWAZ, we're really excited. I'm really excited to be sitting down for another one of these agent spotlights. As we've said before, one of the reasons we're doing this is because we're all distanced socially and everything, and we're continually growing. We want to make sure that we keep our sense of family and community, and that you guys know who you're in business with. Some of the all-star agents like Joe Kaminsky and Lorrie Feld. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, start off, who are you? Since we're guessing which one Joe and which one Lorrie is. And how long have you been at Keller Williams Arizona Realty?
I'm Joe Kaminsky. I've been at Keller Williams since 1998.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm one of the original people, probably one of the first 100 agents, KW agents in the Valley.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Were you anywhere before that?
Yeah, I was with Coldwell Banker for 2 years.
Yep.
And made the right move. Been here ever since.
That's very cool. How about you, Lorrie?
2003. I got my license in the beginning of 2003.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since. Never made a change.
Well, that's awesome.
I just fell for what they were selling. I just felt it was a really great company, especially getting started out, not knowing anything about what to do. You come out of school and you say, okay, now what?
Yep.
And I found what I loved about it is that everyone is so helpful here. And I remember when I wrote my first contract, which was like a month after I got my license, I met them in an open house. And I walked in and into the office. I said, what do I do now? And one of the agents said, sit down right now. I'm going to help you through it. You don't find that at other places.
Well, that's amazing, and that's definitely the culture that we want to continue to cultivate and grow, even as we grow as a company. So that kind of leads into my next question. Have you guys? When did you start working as a team? Because now you're one of our teams, and I'm curious about how that partnership developed.
I took Lorrie under my wing, probably.
If you can't tell, Joe's the light, funny one.
Yeah. He thinks he is.
He thinks he is.
Yeah.
I shouldn't inflate his ego, should I?
No, you shouldn't. Lorrie and I have probably been a team for 15 years. Yeah, it's been a long time, and we actually signed a one-page document maybe 10 years ago, never looked at it. We go on listing appointments, or we'll meet with sometimes buyers together, and people think we've been married for years and years and years.
Because we always fight and stuff, so they think we're married. No, actually, when I came, Joe had obviously had a license a lot longer than I did, and he was with another team. He was with two other gentlemen. I don't remember the name of your team, but they ended up going their separate ways. One of them started his own brokerage, another went off with his wife to another, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
And we had become friends because we're both from the East Coast, and we both used to be in the garment business and apparel, and so we just kind of clicked. And then Joe approached me and he said, my team is broken up. I'd like to work with somebody. I think we'd be really good together. You want to give it a shot? And I thought, yeah, he's experienced. He wants me. And so we just started doing things. Like he said, we just came up with how we were going to handle it, and it's emerged since then. And there's so much trust between us. We're like family, that we don't even, like you said, don't even look at our contract, whatever we have. It is what it is. We know that, and it's good because we each have our different strengths and weaknesses. I have all the strengths. He has all the weaknesses.
I was gonna say. Okay, so
just like a woman.
That does sound like a comment that a wife would make, doesn't it? I've been married almost 10 years, so I feel like I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to describe yourselves in 3 to 5 words. Don't be bashful.
Oh,
I feel like some people. Okay, all right.
I'm witty, intense when I need to be. Just enjoy life.
I love it.
Witty,
Witty, intense, and enjoy life. That was 4. Witty, intense, enjoy life.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So he's thinking all that. I always think work because I'm like a workaholic, So
Well,
I'm
that
dedicated.
tells us a little bit about you.
I am. I think I'm a really hard worker for my clients, and I'm very honest. Sometimes to the degree that's not so good. telling me all the time, "You're too honest with them." And I like people.
Very cool.
Yeah. We had an incident, not an incident, but Lorrie took a listing, and it was the house is in a trust. And we had some buyers who wanted to pay a certain amount and do a fix and flip. And Lorrie said, "You know what? Let's not do it. I want to put it up on MLS and get as much as I can for our clients." And she did. She got $50,000 more for our clients by doing what she wanted to do. So, and she talks about honesty.
And actually, the seller was like, "Well, I'm glad we just got an offer because it needs a lot of work. Let's just go with it. Let's submit it." And I said, "Okay," and we did submit it. But then the court wanted backups, and so I put it on, and we have 7 offers on it now.
Boom. Love it. That's awesome. So what inspires you guys?
Money? No.
Okay. Yeah.
I think a lot of us can agree with that. Yeah.
I as you get older, and I am over 50 now, so I really care much more about people and doing the right thing for people, helping people. I'm on the board of ICANN, which is the International Cancer Network. And I just, my grandkids inspire me. Not so much my kids, but my grandkids do. But, business is also, it keeps me going. It's an inspiration.
Well, all of those things are super, super good, and like we say like I try to say, business is meant to fund the perfect life and to spend time with the people that matter to us, and to make money, like to profit, so that we can give those experiences worth giving to other people. So, all right, here's a fun one. I always like hearing people's answer to this one. What is your all-time favorite song?
Mine is Sea of Love.
Okay, who's that by?
I think it's Phil Phillips, and it's from the. It's Phil either Phillips. No.
Phillips?
No.
He was from Idol.
Sea of Love, from the late 50s, early 60s.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
You look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's a good song.
Okay. Roosevelt Sykes.
There's a number of people have sung it.
Okay, the Honey Drippers.
That could be it. That could be the Honey Drippers.
Let's see if we found the right one.
Go ahead.
Let's see. It's an ad.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
No, okay.
All right, here we go. Skip the ad.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, guys, listen to Sea of Love by the Honey Drippers. Joe, I bet you had hair like this when you...
I did.
I love it. Okay, so Sea of Love by the Honey Drippers. Look that one up and find an old vinyl for Joe. How about you, Lorrie?
I'm really bad at this. Oh my God. The songs that make me the happiest, I have to say, are from the 70s when I was in college. And Chicago was one of my favorite groups. They were called Chicago Transit Authority at that time, CTA.
Okay, yeah.
And so I hear that music and I turn up my radio and I just love it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I love... I just don't know the names of songs. That's my problem.
Hey, I'm in the same boat with you.
I never know the names.
I always know the song once I play it, but I don't know the names and I don't know the artists. So
does anyone know what time it is? Like that song.
Yep. Okay.
Do you know that song?
Yes,
You're
I do.
Too young.
No, I do, because if you've noticed, before every company meeting, I have a playlist, and the two I play the most are 70s and 80s, but I prefer the 70s. So.
Okay, that's good.
What?
You know any songs from the 60s?
I didn't know the Honey Drippers. Sorry, Joe.
they were not the original.
Maybe Elvis.
They were not the original.
Okay.
Or the late 60s, the Beatles.
The Beatles?
Yeah.
The Beatles?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few Beatles songs, but I won't pretend to be an aficionado.
Yeah.
So...
So what are your favorite from the 70s?
Well, so again, I don't know. I just
we don't
when I
know,
play the
just-
songs,
It's
when I
always
play the
like-
songs,
I
I know
know.
which ones I like,
Okay, good.
but I don't know any of the artists. So we're kindred
Yeah.
spirits. So
I know. I always say I'm never going to go. Don't ever ask me to go on one of those shows. Like, who sang this? It's like, I know the song. I can sing it. I have no idea who sang
yeah, I'd
it.
be really bad in that Jeopardy
I
category.
know.
So you guys have experience in business. You guys have experience in real estate. And I'm curious, what is one book that you would recommend that everyone read in their lifetime? It could be business related. It could be personal. What is a book that's impacted you that you think everyone should read?
Just read the Keller Williams book.
Hey, I did not pay her for that.
That's going to be the most, eye-opening one.
One of the books that I've read recently, which I thought was an excellent novel, is American Dirt.
Okay.
All right. And it's about an immigrant family and their struggle to get into the United States and what they went through. And it really brings meaning to the struggles that so many indigent people who are looking for a better life, what they go through and what they are willing to go through to obtain a better life. I think it's just a great book.
Awesome. American Dirt.
Yeah,
All right. I'm going to pick that one up.
Okay.
That sounds like a great story.
it is.
So, and then, so if we're going to go with a KW book, then let's just say Millionaire Real Estate Agent or The One Thing.
Or Shift
So,
is
There
a
we
good
go.
book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Don't ask any of the tough questions.
No other tough ones? No other tough ones.
Ask me business. Don't ask me singing and stuff like that.
I need to get to know you as a person, Lorrie. You're not all business.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually want to go back to apparel before real estate. Tell me more about what you guys both did in apparel.
You go first. All right, I'll go first.
No, you go first.
you
No,
too.
you go first.
Actually, when I graduated from college, I decided that if I was going to make money as quickly as possible, I needed to get into sales. So I joined an apparel company called Jansen out of Portland, Oregon, and I traveled 3 states: Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. I had I don't know, it was about a 68 Bug, VW Bug, and took the back seat out and put a rack in there with, swimwear, sportswear, and I was on the road 5 days a week. Then I became regional sales manager.
The Traveling Salesman.
Traveling
after
salesman,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that was it.
You wrote a book?
No.
Oh, okay. That was a joke. Okay.
No, they wrote the book after me.
Yeah, okay.
Then I became a regional sales manager, and then a national sales manager. Went to another company, a division of Sara Lee, where I was executive VP of marketing, and had a small piece in the company. It was sold, and then I did some other things. I started a pet publication called Pet Scene,
Wow.
and then moved out here to Arizona and decided I wasn't going to do anything for a couple of years until my wife said, if we're going to live together, you got to go do something.
I can only stand you 50% of the time.
And that was it. And the real estate was just a great choice.
Awesome.
So that's
Very
how I
cool.
get into real estate.
How about you, Lori?
So I grew up in the garment business because my dad was in it. He was in sales, dress sales. And so when I left college, I got a job in the garment business working for a company as an assistant buyer, buying merchandise, buying clothes for this chain of stores. I actually started as a clerical and then worked my way up. And I was buying, at that time, maternity clothes and nurses' uniforms and stuff like that for these stores. And then I got offered a job for a maternity clothing company that owned stores as the main buyer there, and I did that. And this was all in New York for many years. And then I got offered a job in California for another maternity. I became like the maternity queen.
Yeah,
I was
guess.
pregnant for years and years and years, because I used to try on the samples. With
I was going to say,
with
did
a
you ever
phony
have
belly.
to?
Yeah.
You had to do
I
that?
had a belly, a big belly, and I would try them on to see how if I liked it or whatever. Yeah. So then they moved me
hilarious.
out. I had just got married, and we moved out to California for this job out in Santa Monica. The company was located in Santa Monica, not a bad place to live. This was in the late 70s, and I remember first going out there looking for all the people, like the flower children. Like, you hear all these stories about California, and you've never been out there growing up on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is really cool, you know. So that's I did for many, many years, and then I got a job with a manufacturer that I used to deal with and worked on the manufacturing end, as opposed to the buying end. Traveled overseas to Asia twice a year for about 12 years, about 12 years. And then I moved here and got into real estate.
Amazing.
I was in the market for 30 years and it was like enough.
Yep.
Were you that long?
Yep.
I didn't think you were that old.
Yep, I'm very old.
She doesn't.
Wow.
She doesn't look it.
No, not at all.
No.
I think it was 30 years. I moved here in '02,
Yeah.
and I was still working for them in '02, and then I got into real estate, and I started in '77. I moved to LA in '78. Oh, no. I started in the early 70s. What am I talking about? I started at 72.
I'm not good at math. That's why I have Leslie run all the numbers here.
Yeah, 70,
but she's right.
72 and 30. Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I've been in real estate for 50 years, so figure it out.
Yeah.
So you've already alluded to, kind of both of you have alluded to, you love helping people.
Yeah.
What else do you love about real estate that keeps you guys going and keeps you at, I mean, I have to say, in case you guys don't realize from company meeting, you guys are always one of our top teams, and we have a lot of teams. And what keeps you guys going? What do you love about real estate?
Well, we're really bad at marketing ourselves.
Okay.
I'll tell you that. Our marketing is referrals, basically, because we do a great job. People are happy with us. We put in that little extra time and energy that maybe a lot, I'm sure that people do, but we've done. We help stage, we move furniture. I go shopping with clients
Lorrie
to
has
pick
cleaned
out.
tubs, toilets.
Yeah, I have.
so-
And he's cleaned
Yeah.
windows. I have pictures of him cleaning windows.
My windows need to be cleaned right now,
no
Joe.
problem.
Now I know who to call.
Anything to sell a house. And I've taken clients shopping. I don't know, charge extra for it. And we've gone to pick out tile or pick out paint and, stuff like that. So I feel like I really, and I know Joe does too, it's kind of like we're not one of those really big groups that are looking to build our team. Obviously, this is our team, and we kind of like it that way.
Yeah.
We like being hands-on and not having to, not saying you'll talk to so-and-so. We like being able to, we know everything that's going on in every deal, whether it's his deal or my deal, and how we split it, it doesn't matter. We're always on top of each deal. So if he's not around, I'm around. And so we tell our people, you get two for the price of one. And it's just I don't know. I really love the end result when people are happy that we got them a great price of their home, or they moved into a house and they love it, and we're always still there for them afterwards, giving them advice on plumbers or stuff like that, and it keeps paying our bills. So.
Well, I also think that we're very, very good at marketing properties.
Mm-hmm.
We've done things. Well, we did things 10 years ago that people are really utilizing today in a major way. Videos, video walkthroughs. We were doing that 10, 12 years ago. And I think we're both excellent negotiators. So we're able to maximize the price for our sellers and hopefully get the best deal for the buyers.
Definitely.
And we're just pretty. We know the agents we're dealing with in many cases, so it's important to be able to take advantage of what we think their weaknesses may be in negotiating, and that's important, I think, to all agents.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say you guys get excitement from the negotiation piece?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
But it's more the excitement of getting the deal done for your client. I mean, I think
Right.
there's nothing more satisfying. I don't know, maybe why are we all in real estate? Because we want to help people. But some people are different reasons. But I think most realtors that are good and honest, and they enjoy helping people.
Yeah.
And we're good in different ways. Like Joe doesn't like working with buyers as much because he likes the marketing part of the selling part of it, and I like working with buyers. And so he'll say, Lorrie will handle it or whatever. So like I said, we each have our strengths, and strengths and strengths.
Strengths and strengths.
That's it. You're right.
I love it. And, after, about a decade of being, in business and seeing a lot of partnerships and helping people form partnerships and unfortunately being on the breakup end of partnerships and trying to consult people through that, I think it's really refreshing to see a partnership that has stuck together and that is still so you guys are friends.
Yeah.
We are.
You guys are friends. You guys run a successful team. And I guess just for agents who are looking for partners, right? Do you have any words of advice on picking a partner that will create a successful partnership?
I had a partner before I joined with Joe. She was a new agent also. We were in classes together in the beginning, and we decided to become partners. And at the time, I was 100% dedicated, and she was, I would say, probably 50 to 60% dedicated. And it was like, well, I have to get my nails done now. I felt it wasn't right. And I said, I'm still friends with her today. I still speak to her every now and then. But I said to her, I don't think we're the right partners. I think I'm more dedicated. This is my life. This is what I want to do. And you're not at that stage yet where you really have to work. And I felt like I was doing more than she was. So I think that's important. Like we're both at the same stage. Like we're both at the stage now where we're older and we don't want to do too much because we want our life too. So it's okay. I'm not upset if he says I'm going away for a week, and he's not upset if I'm going away for a week or whatever, because we're at that stage in our life. But if you're with somebody and you don't have the equal goals, that can tear you apart.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when people don't know each other, you don't know whether it's a symbiotic relation, whether you're heading into a symbiotic relationship or not. So you need to give it some time. But I think one of the most important things is to sit down together and determine what each partner's goal is and how they intend to achieve it. And if it looks like there's meshing, then you've got to just go for it. And
Definitely.
if it doesn't work out, you'll both realize it.
Yeah. I think those are really great pieces of advice because, and you hit on two things. There has to be alignment of goals and alignment and attunement of pathway of how you're going to accomplish those goals. You can both say on the surface, well, I want to make $500,000 a year, or we want to sell 100 homes a year. And you could just say, you could leave it there and say, well, okay, we have alignment. But going one step deeper and saying, okay, how are you seeing yourself accomplishing that? I think is a key. I've had partnership before with people who aren't in the same life circumstance. I have kids and a wife, and they are single. And early on, we didn't ask that question about, okay, how are we getting there? And you can work through those things, but just being aware. And so I think your advice there...
Be honest with yourself, too, right?
Honest.
Don't say, oh, yeah, I'd like to do that, too, but then don't contribute to it.
Yeah, go get your nails done 6 times.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's not as though we agree all the time. We definitely have our opinions about things, and we disagree a lot.
We saw that off camera.
Yeah, we'll fight. You'll hear us screaming in our office every now and then. But again, it comes down to respect. You have to respect the other person. You have to know that they're basically want to do the right thing, and and there's honesty involved and trust. Trust is really important.
That's awesome.
And we trust each other.
That's awesome.
That we're going to cover each other's backs or whatever.
Well, I'm going to leave you with one final question. You ready for this one?
I don't know.
All right.
She is.
You guys have been in the real estate business for quite a while. You guys are professionals among professionals. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla fudge is mine.
Ooh.
I can't get it anymore in the stores. It's an old flavor. It's like the sea of love.
How about you, Lorrie?
I like anything with caramel in it.
Okay. Vanilla
Like
fudge
vanilla.
and caramel.
Yeah.
All right.
Vanilla with
Well,
caramel.
next time we go out for ice cream, we're going to have to find a vanilla fudge place.
Yeah, okay. If you find it, that's...
I don't eat ice cream anymore, though.
Guys, these are so fun for
Yeah.
me because I get to know our agents better. I'm so excited to know you guys better. I'm so
I know
excited.
we haven't been in the office very much, and
Well,
so
you know, I
This
try not
whole
to be
thing going on.
overbearing or
I
anything
know.
like that.
Why?
And-
Because of.
yeah, exactly.
And we say we're paying for this office here, and we like work from our home. And
Oh yeah, we wanted to talk to you about that.
Next time on Agent Spotlight. No, guys, thank you guys for spending a few minutes with
Okay.
me. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for all of the agents in the office to get to know you guys a little better.
Terrific.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us for another Agent Spotlight, guys.
Bye bye.